Hello YouTube, this is P&D Magic, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a automatic cactus farm in Minecraft. This is my survival world right now. I already have one made, so I'm going to show you what it looks like, and then I'm going to jump over to creative and show you how to make it. See, and it's actually 2 levels, and you can make this as tall as you want. I thought 2 levels was good for now. And it collects it and throws it in here. Okay. So what you're going to need for this build is sticky pistons, cobblestone or any material you want to build with, hoppers, sand, and cactuses, and a chest, of course. Always assume rumors are false rather than true. I like to assume that they're true. Okay. Oops, I didn't put this on Superfly. Anyway, so what you're going to need is some cobblestone. You're going to want some sticky pistons. You're going to want some repeaters, a redstone torch, and hoppers and a chest. And of course, sand to put the cactuses on, and cactuses to put on the sand. Okay. So what you would do is you'd first start by placing the sand. Now, the thing about cactuses is you can't grow them right next to each other, so you have to leave a space in between. Okay, like so. It's annoying. Alright. Put this here. I used to playing on creative. Okay. Then what you do is, you take your cactuses, you put them on your little sand thingy. And then what you do is you take your hoppers and you would put them in between. Now normally I don't do this first, but I'm going to do it first right now, is throw down my chest. Yeah, you gotta crouch and do it. Okay. And then what you do is you basically just stem all your hoppers from the one hopper that's going to the chest. And you can make this as big as you want it. If you want to make it wider, you can do that. Or taller than I'm going to be building it, you could also do that. Oh, these aren't right. There we go. Okay. And then you just fill in the hoppers like this. And if you were really wanting to get fancy, you could also always hook this up to like a sorting device of some sort and have it sort with like other automated farms. Like you can stack automated farms right next to each other and then have it sort whatever it collects into different chests. That's one of my next projects on my survival world, and I'll be making a video on that as well. Okay. So that's step one, is get your hoppers in place after your cactuses and all that. And it should look roughly around that. Then you start placing your cobblestone. And it's basically gonna just go all the way around it. Of course, except for where the chest is. And if you really want to, you can actually put a staircase in front of that to make it look nice, and the chest will still open. I'll show you what that looks like. If I can find steps. I'm blind. There they are. Okay. Now you like put blocks here. Come over here and be like, oops, boom. Oops. Okay. You know, it would look like there's a block there, but still fully functional. Okay. And for this video, I'm only going to do a 2-layer one like in my survival world, just so you get the idea. It's basically, once you know how to do 1 layer, you can do as many layers as you want. Now, wherever you see cactuses, you want your pistons to be 1 away, 1 further than it already else would be. Otherwise, the cactuses won't actually grow like that. The key is when the block actually touches the cactus, it will like kind of explode off the chunks, and it will fall right into the hopper. At least that's the idea anyway. And then you just do the sides. This, and then you do the back side, and then you do this side. As you can see, it's just 1 off the wall, and then you just put the cobblestone right in front of the piston, so that way that's what it's going to be moving, so it farms the cactuses, like so. Okay, once you get that done, it should look something kind of like this, okay? And then what you do is you come back here and you put cobblestone on the back of the pistons. And usually I just kind of work it like this, because it's easy is to do. And if you want to hide the redstone, you can do that too. It's really easy to hide in this kind of contraption here. You just kind of square it off, if that's what you're into, of course. Then we're going to build all the way around, right behind it. Now what the repeaters are for is redstone can only go so far. By using the repeaters, you actually increase the distance they can go. Now what you're going to want to build, maybe like one of these little corners here, like right here, is a little timer of sorts. So how you do that is you place a redstone torch. Oh, I forgot redstone. You're going to want redstone. And then you place it all around the torch, so that way it's like touching it like this. Now what that does is it sends a pulse out rapidly a couple times, and then it stops, and then it waits for like a minute or so, and it does it again. Now this is the timer that's going to tell the pistons when to fire and farm said cactuses. Here we go. We're going to put a repeater here. Now, where you put the repeaters doesn't really matter, as long as you do it within enough blocks that, you know, your redstone still has power. And you'll know almost immediately if it does or doesn't, if, you know, the pistons aren't working. Honestly, you should only need about 3, maybe 4 repeaters in this entire process. You could probably do it with 3 if you're counting out the exact amount of blocks, but I'm lazy, so we're going to use 4. And honestly, you don't even need this like right here. Oh, see? The repeater's in the wrong place. Okay, I need to put it a little bit closer. Right here. And like I said, you don't even need to make them connect if you don't want to. Close the circuit like I just did. Now, you'll see how it's just going to cut down the cactuses, and when it does, they're going to flow right into the hoppers, right into the chest in which we placed just moments ago, which is on this side. Okay, so let's watch it work magnificently. And while we're waiting to see it happen, I'm going to show you how you can actually build a second floor here. Now, in order to build a second floor, how I did it in my other world was I would build up like 2, build basically all the way over, and then wherever you see cactuses underneath it is where you are going to build sand. And then you destroy all the cobblestone except for what it's sitting on, like that. And you basically rinse and repeat. Now, you want to line them up with the ones on the bottom. And if you do this, when they get knocked off by the pistons, which we're going to build here again in a minute, they will all fall into the exact same hoppers as the ones underneath it, and they'll go straight into the chest. That way, you don't have to make a multi-tier system with more hoppers and waste your hoppers, basically. Oh, sand. Okay. And then you put your cactuses up in here. Like so. Now at this point it should look something kinda like this. Okay? And as you can see, the cactuses grow well within the timer we have set. Alright. Now it's time to set up the next level of pistons, which you can actually just build right on top of the cobblestone. Oh, I missed a level of redstone. Okay. So, yeah. So it's really easy to do from this point on. You rinse and repeat what you've already done. A lot like that. And you can take your pistons and just go boom, boom. But you don't want to put them right there, because if it knocks that block off, you're going to be a sore loser. So you're going to want to build up the backs of these, like so. And put your pistons there. Actually, you're going to want to build that one over. And another higher. Like that. So you always want to line up the pistons to knock off at the second layer. If you knock off the first layer, they won't grow anymore, of course. And if you knock off the third layer, you're wasting a whole bunch of potential. Now once you get the first one lined up, it's really easy. You just kind of do this. And then you can just kind of really easily set that up. And I'm going to set it up a little bit differently than the bottom one, just because it's faster to do it this way. Just like that. Then you put your cobblestone right in front of it, so that way it has something to push. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. Basically, you just need that one. Okay. I'm just gonna build this all the way around real quick for you. Alright. And then you're gonna place your pistons in the appropriate spots. So like right here. Here, and you know, honestly, you know it's going to be like every other one, like that. And you know, you put your blocks in place. Like that. And then, as you can see, since we already built the back of the board of this, you just do the same thing with the redstone. Now, the one I did on my survival world is slightly different. I didn't actually build two different timers for it. I built one timer and tapped into the single timer to save resources. But you don't have to do that. If you wanted to, all you would have to do is like build a little staircase kind of thing going up, like something kind of like this. You know, and once you do that, you're fully tapped in to the system. Boom. Now you're tapped into the system. And you'll use the same timer that the one on the bottom is. So every time the one on the bottom tells your farm to farm the cactuses, the layer on the top will farm them as well. That's a little far. Let's put that there. And that is how you build a automatic cactus farm. Thank you for watching. I'll be posting more videos on other automated things you can make with redstone. I do it step by step so you can really follow it and do it yourself. If you have any questions or you want see anything specific, just leave a comment, let me know what you want to see, and I will make a video of it. Alright, see you next time.